Over the weekend, 2 men suffered cardiac arrest while competing in the 3M half marathon in downtown Austin.
Austin Travis County EMS responded and say both men are believed to be in their 40s. CPR was given in each case to bring back a pulse.
Fox 7 Austin's Destiny Chance live from downtown with more on this. Destiny.
Well, Mike and Rebecca, earlier today I spoke with a sports cardiologist who says traumatic events like the ones you just mentioned tend to happen towards the last quarter of the race. He says what happened Sunday morning is certainly uncommon, but not unheard of. It was a pretty brisk Sunday morning.
Awesome job, back and forth. Feel a little tingle in those hamstrings.
But not too brisk for a great turnout. Officials with the 3M half marathon say it's the second largest registration in the race's history, but it had a couple of very frightening events. Austin Travis County EMS says its crews responded to 2 separate cardiac arrest calls, one at the finish line and another at East 32nd and Duval Street. ATC EMS says both men were in their 40s.
You may see a runner who's beginning to stagger, perhaps not has alert, has he or she had been. I think it's often mistaken for someone who is just fatigued or tired, an individual, a runner who has collapsed and may be gasping for air. It sometimes is confused with seizures or convulsions.
Dr. Craig Siegel is director of sports cardiology at the Heart Hospital of Austin at St. David's Round Rock Medical Center. He says if you witness the signs of cardiac arrest, pay close attention.
You need to consider sudden cardiac death, cardiac arrest until proven otherwise. The key really is early recognition and early response. So early application of CPR and prompt defibrillation with an AED. That's really the key to getting these individuals out of the hospital alive. In general, the incidence of sudden cardiac death during a marathon or half marathon on average is about 1.5 per 100,000.
He says even well-trained athletes are at risk, so he advises everyone who wants to compete to get checked out by a physician beforehand.
Getting people to do what they want to do, but to do it safely.
As for the 2 men, I spoke to another doctor who was running behind one of the victims. She tells Fox 7 she stopped to help assist with CPR that was already in progress. EMS arrived minutes later and took over his care. She stayed with his wife until he was transported to the hospital, then finished her last 2 miles.
This really highlights the importance of CPR training in the community.
Austin Travis County EMS say both victims had to have their pulses returned and were transported to the hospital.
Most of these events tend to occur during the last quarter of a race. It's human nature. You want to finish. You've invested a lot of time and energy into training for and preparing for the race, and so you don't want to quit. So you may ignore some indications, signals that your body is sending you.
As for recovery, Dr. Siegel says he's seen many patients that have gone through cardiac arrests, heart attacks, bypass surgery, and most of them have no recollection or even what triggered what happened in the first place. So he recommends going through cardiac rehab and to perform a maximum stress test. Reporting live from downtown Austin, Destiny Chance, Fox 7 Austin News.